My pleasure to have you today, listener. Welcome to Enchanted Life Inside. We're about to step back in time into a fifth grade classroom in 1999. It's a place where a single, unseen piece of paper taped to a boy's back would become heavy enough to be felt for a lifetime.
Just let that sink in for a second. The phantom weight of a memory. How in the world can a simple piece of paper haunt someone for over 2 decades? What kind of words did it carry? And how did a seemingly harmless, childish prank morph into a trial that would go on to define a life? Well, that's the mystery we're unraveling today.
So picture this. Our story starts on a Tuesday morning. It's 1999. You can almost smell it, can't you? That classic classroom smell of pencil shavings, chalk dust, and a hint of lemon cleaner. 10-year-old Michael is just sitting at his desk, tracing the patterns in the wood, feeling totally invisible in the gentle hum of the room. It was a day just like any other, right up until the moment it wasn't. And then it happens. So fast you could miss it. Just a quick tap on the back. It's his classmate, Jason. He flashes this really strange, tight smile. You know the kind, the one that never quite reaches the eyes. Michael just shrugs it off. Probably just another dumb prank. But what he can't possibly know, what he has no way of knowing, is that with that single, fleeting tap, his entire world has been tilted on its axis. Because a piece of paper, a label, is now stuck to his back. And just like that, the air in the room, it just changes. It's this subtle shift he feels deep in his bones, like a quiet static he can't quite hear but definitely feels. He's suddenly become the center of a joke he doesn't understand. The punchline is on him, and the evidence, well, the evidence is everywhere. First, it's the glances. You know, these quick, sideways looks from his classmates. They look at him, their faces twist up, trying to smother a laugh, and then they snap their heads away, pretending to be busy.
Then it gets personal. His own friend, Sarah, who sits right next to him, suddenly becomes absolutely fascinated with the surface of her desk. She refuses to meet his gaze. A wall of silence is being built around him, brick by invisible brick. By the time recess hits, it's undeniable. Little groups of kids are huddled together, whispering and pointing. Their laughter echoes across the playground, always seeming to get louder whenever he gets close. The isolation is complete. He's stranded on an island, surrounded by a secret he can't see.
And that is the real cruelty of it all, isn't it? That cold, familiar knot of anxiety tightening in your gut. That desperate, sinking feeling where you just wish you could become invisible. He knows. He knows this is about him, but he has absolutely no idea what it is. Then the bell rings for math class. Now, for Michael, this place is a sanctuary. Numbers don't whisper. Equations don't lie. In here, there are only right and wrong answers, and he is completely in control. But today, his safe haven is about to become a stage, and the spotlight is warming up. Mrs. Thompson turns and writes this really complex algebra problem on the chalkboard. The whole room goes quiet. You see kids sinking down in their seats, trying their best to avoid her gaze. But Michael knows the answer. This is his territory. And so he raises his hand. The second he stands up, a wave of muffled snickers ripples through the room, following him all the way to the front. He can feel his cheeks burning with shame. He's thinking, is my fly down? Is there something on my face? He wants to ask, but the words are just caught in his throat. But then, the chalk is in his hand, and as that white dust hits the cool green board, the entire world goes silent. The whispers, the stares, the burning in his cheeks, it all just dissolves. For a few perfect, beautiful moments, there was only the clean, simple logic of mathematics. He solves it, and in that one moment of triumph, he's totally and completely free. He turns around victorious, a smile on his face. But Mrs. Thompson gently stops him. "Michael, wait," she says, her voice so soft. "There's something here." And she reaches out and peels the paper from his back. The mystery is over. She holds it up for the entire class and for him to see the two words written in a thick black marker. Tung mu, a Vietnamese phrase. It means stupid idiot. The classroom is dead silent. You could literally hear a pin drop. And in this incredibly intense moment of shame and revelation, Mrs. Thompson doesn't just scold the class. No. She transforms this cruel little prank into one of the most powerful teaching moments of their entire lives. She tells the class that there are two absolutely crucial lessons she wants every single one of them to take away from this. The first is about the labels other people try to stick on you. And the second? Well, the second is about the friends who are supposed to have your back. Her first lesson is like a shield. She says people will always try to stick labels on you. They will try to tell you who you are. She looks right at Michael. If you had seen that paper, do you think you would have been brave enough to solve that problem? No. That label would have become your truth. The lesson is crystal clear. The only opinion of you that truly, genuinely matters is your own. Then she delivers the second lesson. And this one is a mirror, held up to every single student in that room. Her eyes scan the faces of the children. Not one of you, she says, her voice quiet but firm, was a good enough friend to tell him. She lets that hang in the air. A true friend is someone who watches your back when you can't. They tell you there's something on your shirt. Anything less, and you're just standing alone in a crowd. Years and years later, as he's standing on a stage accepting his doctorate in mathematics, Michael thought back to that day. And he realized that moment didn't define him by the insult written on that paper. No, it defined him by the strength he somehow found in spite of it. And really, this is the ultimate lesson from that piece of paper, isn't it? Life will never, ever stop trying to label you. But those labels, they're completely powerless until you choose to accept them as your own. The moment you decide, no, that is not my story, you become unstoppable. You are the one holding the pen. So I'm going to ask you directly, what invisible paper have you been carrying around on your back? What label did somebody stick on you maybe years and years ago that you can still feel the phantom weight of today? If you feel comfortable enough, I'd love for you to share your story in the comments. By talking about these invisible labels, we help each other heal and realize we're not alone. Your thoughts don't just help our channel grow, they build a community where we can all watch each other's backs.
And if this story resonated with you, please remember to follow Enchanted Life Inside. That way you can catch all of our latest deep dives into the ordinary moments that actually shape our entire lives.
Oh, and one last thing. Remember to check out our full playlist of these explainers. It's really perfect for listening to while you're driving, winding down for the night, or anytime you just need a voice in the quiet. The link for that is right in the description. So never, ever forget, your paper doesn't define you, your courage does. I look forward to seeing you again soon, exploring more of these ordinary things that happen every day but are, well, very much worth thinking about. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.